Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we gave a lesson earlier today in our girls' education program. We gave the lesson in Pashto. This is the same equivalent lesson. It's in our mathematics class, which we're going to be calling Faith in Numbers. So that's in Pashto, the Iman Ba'daduno ke. Ba'daduno po shakal ke Iman. So this is the English same English lesson, the English version of the same lesson which we gave earlier in Pashto. So as we saw in that lesson, you know, there's two. The subject of this lesson is easily offering our deferred prayers. Deferred prayers being qaza, what we call qaza prayers. So offering our deferred prayers in the easiest, using mathematics to offer our deferred, our qaza prayers in the best, in the easiest possible way. So there's two things, two basic pillars of faith. One is prayer and charity in every language. One says prayer and charity. Of course, there are 5 pillars of Islam. Bunya al-Islamu ala khamsa, but basically those 5 pillars contain prayer and charity. Prayer being physical worship, and charity being symbolic of fiscal worship. Ibadati badani, ibadati mali. Physical and fiscal worship. So prayer and charity. So obviously charity, there's going to be a lot of mathematics, a lot of faith in numbers in charity, but let's look at prayer. There is quite a lot of mathematics, quite a lot of faith in numbers in prayer also. Surprising number. I mean, how many prayers do we offer a day? You know, that's also something. You know, how many rakats of prayer do we offer a day? Obviously, there's 5 times prayer a day, but how many rakats does that consist of? That's anyway. There's prayer a lot. Even in prayer, there's a lot of faith in numbers. So just to come on to the subject of today's. So there's 2 types of prayer. You know, one is ada, you say the prayer at the proper time, and one is qaza. This you say prayer, you miss your prayer. I mentioned in my Pashto class the other day I had an eye operation, just a minor eye operation, cataract, and because of that I missed. But nowadays we have very short days, so I missed. My Zohar and Asr prayers because of that. So, you know, it happens sometimes. We try for it not to happen, but it happens sometimes. So our prayers get deferred. We're human. So deferred prayers. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have had this problem, you know, deferred prayers. What if there's been a long, your prayers have been deferred over 1 month? So the first piece of mathematics here, how many prayers do we have to, will be deferred if we can't pray for exactly 30 days? We've already had in another lesson how many days are there in a month, 30 days. So over 30 days, 5 times prayer a day, and in 30 days, 5 times 30, is 150. So that's 150 prayers that we have to make up. So we have to use mathematics here in order to make up those 150 prayers in the best possible way. So the easiest way is to make up the prayers in exactly the same way that the prayers have been deferred. That will be by praying. When you pray your morning prayer, for instance, your actual morning prayer, then you pray 1 deferred prayer at the same time. So that's going to be the easiest way. It's the easiest way to make up the deferred prayers, to pray one deferred prayer with every ada, actual prayer. So that is obviously going to take you the same amount of time that it took you to actually defer the prayers. So it's going to take you 30 days. So, okay, you want to make it up quicker than that. You want to make up your deferred prayers quicker than that. You want to do it, for instance, maybe twice as quickly. You want to make up your deferred prayers in 15 days instead of in 30 days, in half the time. So how do you do that? Look, in mathematics, when there's a multiplication, there's always a division. The opposite of the multiplication is the division. So if you want to make up your prayers twice as fast, you have to say, you're going to say you're going to offer 2 deferred prayers with every actual prayer. So you're praying your morning prayer, you're praying your Fajr prayer, you pray 1 Fajr and 1 Zuhr deferred prayer. Then when you're praying Zuhr prayer, you pray 1 Asr and 1 Maghrib deferred prayer. Then when you pray Asr, you'll pray 1 Isha night prayer and then 1 morning prayer. So there you just have to sort of remember, how far you've got. But you're praying 2 prayers with every single prayer, every single actual prayer, you're praying 2 deferred prayers. So obviously, because you're praying 2 instead of 1 deferred prayer with every actual prayer, you're praying 2 deferred prayers with every actual prayer. This is going to take you half as much time to make up your 150 prayers. It's going to take you half as much time. In other words, it's going to take you 15 days instead of 30 days. Okay, so that's the second way, easy way of making up your deferred prayers using mathematics. The third way, you want to make up your prayers 5 times as quickly. So what you're going to do, you want to make up your prayers 5 times as quickly. So with every single prayer, you're going to pray a whole day's prayer, a whole day's deferred prayer. So you're praying your morning prayer, you pray Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha of 1 day. So you finished 1 day with your Fajr prayer. Then you're praying Zuhr, again you pray your second day of Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. You pray your, so you're praying 5 times. So that's going to take you 5 times less time to make up your prayers. So 30, instead of making up your prayers in 30 days, divide 30 by 5. What do you get? 5 into 30, what is it? 6, right. So it's going to take you 6 days to make up. So I think actually the first way I mentioned 1 prayer with every actual prayer, 1 deferred prayer, and the last one, because it's going to be easy to remember, because you're actually praying a whole day's prayer with every single prayer. So faith in numbers. You'll find as we go along that using mathematics with your faith is going to make things even more logical and even easier, because like our faith, this mathematics is so structured and so logical. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.